Hey team, and welcome back to this thing that we've decided to do together with our faces. Mine's here and yours is there. Boop. I just booped you. Yeah, that happened. Also, no thank you. Never gonna happen again. So today I have decided to do a list of things that are just the worst. Just shit that I hate, and you might agree with some of these and you might not agree with some of these. But these things make me irrationally angry on a regular basis. So I'm gonna just let you know what they are now. Okay, so you know when you get sick and you can't smell anything, and then you start to get slightly better and your sense of smell comes back, but you're still not quite better yet, so there's like snot in your nose for like 3 days straight. All you can smell is snot? That's fucking gross. How is that part of evolution? Come on, Charles Darwin, get your shit together. That's gross. Next. You know those yogurt tubs that have like fruit as well, and it's like a square, and you're supposed to bend it, and like you're supposed to flip the fruit into the yogurt and mix it together? And I haven't had one in multiple years, as you can tell by the fact that I have no idea what they're called. But how annoying was it when you like go to flip the fruit over and it just gets on the middle plastic bit? It doesn't even go into the yogurt. Who designed that? Be better at your job? That's your job. You had one job and you can't even do it. No. There is a shop, a sandwich shop, that claims to have sandwich artists who work at that sandwich shop. And when you go and you ask for cheese on your sandwich, and the cheese are triangles, and they lay those triangles of cheese all facing the same way on your sandwich, and you have 3 triangles of cheese, and the corners are overlapping. And then just above them, in the troughs of the mountains that it's created, there's a no cheese triangle. And guess what, guys? They're the same size. If you flip that middle piece of cheese, tessellate the cheese maybe, perfectly covered sandwich. The crux of the sandwich, the cheese, has not been tessellated, and you're gonna get a double cheese mouthful and you're gonna get a no cheese mouthful. And these people, they claim to be artists and they don't know what the heck they're doing. No! Tessellate my cheese. Tessellate my cheese. Guys, desiccated coconut is gross. Like, okay, so imagine this. Imagine that you get your grandma's foot, and she's like 85, and she's been walking around on that foot for like 85 years, and she's never once been to a foot spa. She's just got like some just dead skin hanging out there. And you take a cheese grater, and you decide to start grating the dead skin off the heel of your grandma's foot in little tiny scrapings. That texture is what desiccated coconut is. How can you eat that? How could you put that on things? It's friggin' disgusting, guys. Who decided that that is how they would eat coconut? It's all dried. No, get away from me. This one's a simple one. You know, when you fart in the shower, it sucks. It happens sometimes, and it always smells worse than a normal fart because the steam carries it right up. It's gross. That's it. I'm sorry that that's happened to you, because I know that it has. It's definitely happened to me. Sucks, guys. We're all in this together. We're all experiencing it together. This one's the worst. This one's so bad. When you bump into someone that you used to know, for me it's someone from high school, maybe for you it's a different era of your life that you used to know them, probably weren't even good friends at the time, and you have that obligatory conversation of like, hey, how you going? What are you doing with your life? And both of you don't want to be there. Why do we do that to ourselves? And then at the end you say, we should hang out sometime. And they go, yeah, hit me up on Facebook. And then as you walk away, you're like, we're not even friends on Facebook, but also I'm not even mad because I didn't want to hang out with them. And I just wasted 5 minutes of my life being polite to someone when we both don't care about each other's lives. I don't want you to die, but also I don't care what you're doing, which is why we're not friends on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have realized, but it's the future. We live in the future right now, and as such, we have technology available to us that wasn't available to previous generations. And my favorite of which is those sauce bottles that store with the hole at the bottom. The top, the cap, is on the bottom so that it stays closer to the cap and you don't have to, every time you want to get sauce out of it. That's a great thing. You know what the worst thing is? When people decide to store them upside down, why would you do that? They're designed to be stored with the sauce closest to the opening. Also, the label is that way. How can you not look at that and see, I'm doing this wrong? Because you're doing it wrong. Stop storing them upside down. It's the worst. It's the worst. You're the worst. Be better. Do better. Grain bread. Now, I don't use erasers often, and that's not just because I'm out of school. It's because I hate them, and here's why. When you rub it on the paper and it creates those weird little scratchings, and then you like brush them off and you think that they're gone forever, and then like an hour later you realize you have eraser scratchings all down you and they're clinging and they just never come off. Who designed that, guys? It's the worst. And you've got no one to blame but yourself, because you were like, oh, I'll swipe them off this way, and you're just swiping them into yourself. It's the worst. It's the worst. This one feels real to me because it happened so many times last year because I traveled a lot. But when you're at an airport and you've just gotten off the plane and you're at baggage claim to pick up your bags, when people stand right at the edge of the carousel, it's like, A, I can't see what bag is coming, so I don't know if my bag is going to be available to me soon because you're standing in front of it. And B, even if I did see it coming through a glimpse in the forest of people standing this close from the conveyor belt, I can't get to it in time. I don't want to have to elbow you out of the way, sir, but I will, and you are creating a situation which is not positive for anybody, and the first person that does it, everyone else flocks to the edge like an idiot. There should be a line. There should be a line a meter away from the edge of a conveyor belt. Firstly, larger surface area on the line so people can fit, more people can fit. And secondly, then we can all see what we're doing. And you're allowed to step forward to collect your bags, but other than that, stand behind the yellow line. Dolls are creepy, man. Like action figures and stuff are cool, and like little Barbies are cool, but like actual baby-sized dolls? Creepy. If you own them, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're a murderer. If you own one and you are older than 7, you're a murderer. This one's a fun one. This one's great. So when people have arguments about like food classifications, that makes me so angry, and not because you're arguing about food classifications, but because your classification is wrong. Well, if a soup is just liquid in a bowl, then cereal's a soup. No, it's not. Why? If gazpacho's cold, cereal's cold, they're both a soup. You are missing a key portion of this, and that's the fact that it gets cooked beforehand. Gazpacho is a cooked, prepared meal that is then let to cool down. Cereal is just 2 things in a bowl. Is smoothie a soup? No, it's not. You're an idiot. Shut up. Is it a burger or a sandwich? Does it depend on the meat that's inside? All beef are burgers and all chicken are sandwiches. Or does it depend on the bun? You're an idiot. It doesn't matter, because a burger is a type of sandwiches. They're all sandwiches. They're all sandwiches. They are all sandwiches. Move on. Just like internalized misogyny, I'm struggling with that one still. That's still going on for me. So, okay, here's the thing. When there is a T intersection and this road is the busy road and this road is the quiet side street, people are for some reason afraid to just cross like if you're walking along the side of the busy road, they're afraid to just like cross that road. They always tend to go slightly into the side street, cross, and then kind of come back out, as if somehow that makes it safer for them because they're not as close to the main road. Here's something I need to explain to you. When you go into a corner, you break into that corner. As you turn out of that corner and straighten up, you accelerate. That's how driving works. Now, what happens when I can see that you wanting to cross the road and I'm turning from the main road into the side road? I see you wanting to cross. I decide not to turn my car until you've moved. What happens if you're just around the corner and I can't see you as well? I'm going to turn into that corner and then accelerate out of it. And I might see you just in time, but guess what? That doesn't necessarily mean that my car won't hit you, because you can't brake that fast and you are crossing in the most dangerous place to cross the road. Stop doing that. You are putting your own life in danger. Just cross on the edge of the main road if that's the direction that you're going. And if you are going to turn onto the side street but want to go across the other side of that side street, go down it a bit further so that the car isn't in a turn when it's noticing you. That's so dangerous and people are going to die. People have died. It's scientifically the most dangerous place to cross the road. I read a study about it. I cannot reference it below because I read it like 10 years ago and it's true. And stop doing it. Stop doing it. You're all going to die. I mean, sooner than... If you do that, you'll die sooner than just the normal dying. Just glitter. Just gets everywhere. It's so fun, but at what cost? At what cost? So those are some things that are the worst. If you have other things that are the worst, just comment below and let me know what they are. And if you agreed with any of the things that I said in this video, just give it a thumbs up. And thank you. That's lipstick on my thumb because I touched my face, and that's what happens when you wear makeup as a human. Sorry, I can't change that. Another worse thing, just makeup on my hands 24/7, even if I've just washed them, there's still makeup on them somehow. So add that to the list, and I will see you next time.